Now, there are a lot of expensive and rare cards on this game, and I thought I would do a top 10 video of the most expensive items on this game. And this is not only just cards, this is going to include items, and number one will shock you. I'm not going to lie, number one is not what you think it is, if you know what I mean. Anyways, before we get in the video, I really did want to do this type of a video. I did a lot of research to make this, and really, I kind of was just worried about how this video would do in terms of feedback. Like, I don't want to upload this video, and then people would be like, alright, you know what, I'm unsubbing. That's why I did ask you guys, I put out a tweet on Twitter. The poll was pretty positive. Mostly everyone said, literally everyone said yes, I think. So, I just want to make sure you guys are going to enjoy this video. I didn't want to upload this video and then just, like, get a bunch of hate or just weird, bad feedback. That's what I was worried about. So that's why I asked you guys. So I did some research for this video, and I compiled the 10 most expensive and rare cards on this game. And I'm excited for this. And again, number one will surprise you. So if you're in the video, if you want to leave a like, and let me comment down below if you have any of these things on your account in this top 10 video. So let's get into it, starting off with our number 10 spot. Coming in at our number 10 spot, guys, is going to be coins that are pretty hard to get nowadays, and that is going to be the alternate Johto coins. Now, basically, we have this Totodile coin, which you can get in the Harkle Silver theme decks that you can buy in the shop right now. However, these are different alternate artworks for these Totodile. So you got the light blue Totodile coin, which you can get in the Johto theme deck, and then you have the blue Totodile coin, which is no longer accessible in the Johto theme decks. I'm pretty sure the Cyndaquil coin, which also has its own alternate artwork. We have the red one, which you can get in the Harkle Silver theme decks, and then we have the other version of it, the gold one. Now, the gold and the darker blue Totodile coin, I'm pretty sure you got them in the theme decks, but you can no longer get them in the Harkle Silver theme decks. I'm pretty sure that's where you get these coins from. Originally was you had to get the Harkle Silver theme decks, get a code with those theme decks, then put them on PTCGO. But now that they added these theme decks to PTCGO, they've added different alternate artworks for these coins, which makes these coins even rarer because a lot of the people who have these are more OG players. Some of them may not even play the game anymore. Some people may have retired, so these coins are harder to come by. Now, they're not insanely expensive. I originally got my Totodile coin like 2 years ago for like, I think 10 packs. It's probably worth a lot more now than just 10 packs, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Similar case with the Cyndaquil coin. The Cyndaquil coin I got for like, I think 8 packs now. It's probably worth a lot more. They're not insanely expensive, but these coins are very rare now. I would say they're pretty rare. We also have the Chikorita version. I do not own the Chikorita version. I just don't know how to spell Chikorita today. I don't own the Chikorita coin. There's, for some reason, 2 of them. But yes, this Chikorita coin is the alternate version, or the main version, and then the alternate version is the green version. So the silver Chikorita coin, I think, was the least desired of them all. It was like worth 5 packs back in the day. Now this coin is worth a lot more probably. But yeah, these Totodile alternate Johto coins are very rare, and they're harder to get now. So that comes in at our number 10 spot. Now we go to number 9. Coming in at our number 9 spot, we have the Charizard Y gameplay sleeves here. Now, these were from back in 2015, I'm pretty sure, or 2014. One of those 2 years. You could only get these from GameStop, I think, for a certain amount of time, and now you can't get them anymore via that method, which makes these rare. Now, there's 4 versions of these, well, 5 if you count the Gengar one, but the Gengar one is really, not as big. You got the Venusaur ones, you have, of course, the Blastoise ones, and you have the 2 Charizard ones. Now, the Charizard Y seems to be the most desired and most expensive one of all of these, even though I personally think the Blastoise one is not only the best looking one, but probably should be the most expensive one. But it turns out this Charizard set is probably the most rarest of them all and the most expensive. This is the one that I think is the most valued out of all of them. From doing research, and also just from owning these personally, I knew how much they were. But yeah, the Charizard Y ones are the most desired, probably because Charizard is awesome. They're also very bright looking sleeve, gameplay. Sleeves are very bright, the deck box very bright. Very beautiful deck box and sleeves. I unfortunately didn't really know what to do, and I actually ended up trading these off, I'm pretty sure for like it was something to do with Full Art Cynthia and Guzma, I'm pretty sure. But I did end up trading my set off, which I kind of regret now, because now, again, these are the most expensive of the entire set. I mean, to be fair, I do still own Blastoise and Venusaur, but the Charizard one is the most desired, because it's probably because Charizard looks the coolest. But again, the Venusaurs are very rare. I mean, these are literally unobtainable now. There's no way to get these anymore unless you just trade them off with someone who does own them. But these will definitely see a lot more value over time, since they're literally unobtainable anymore. You just have to get them with who has them. But the Charizard Y1 is the most expensive one. It probably values around somewhere between 80 and 90 packs, I'm pretty sure, in that range. But these are very much, they're unobtainable. You can't get these anymore unless you trade them off with someone. But all of these, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the other Charizard versions, they are very valuable too. These are still like around 60 to 70 packs, maybe 80 at most. These are still very expensive. They'll still go up over time, but the Charizard Y1 is the most desired of them all. And that comes in at our number 9 spot, the Mega Charizard Y gameplay set. Now we move on to our number 8 spot. And coming in at our number 8 spot, we have the Plasma Freeze Secret Rare Ultra Ball. Now, at one point, this used to be the most desired, the most expensive card on the game used to be this card before. Well, Plasma Freeze has frequently come back to the shop, which makes this a lot easier to get. I mean, if you save up months of coins and get like 50 Plasma Freeze packs, it's probably really simple. It's probably easier to get Ultra Ball now. But at one point, this card was around 200 packs. Now, I think it's around to 100 to 80 packs. Somewhere in that range. I'm pretty sure this card is in that range. Plus, not to mention, we have another Secret Ultra Ball in the game. We have the Sun and Moon Full Art version, which is nice, but let's be real, this is the better looking Ultra Ball, no debate. But this card is still very desired. It's still a very expensive card. It's still one of the most expensive Secret Rare cards in the game. Still probably the most, to be honest with you. It's worth more than the Sun and Moon version. The Sun and Moon version is around 40 packs, 50 packs. This is probably still around 100 packs. It's still got a lot of value to it. And it kind of has this legacy of being the most desired and the most awe-inspiring card to obtain on this game. It's been like that for a long time. Back when I got this card in 2016, this thing was worth around 180 to 200 packs. It was super expensive. Obviously, it's dropped, but again, it's always had this reputation of being one of the most desired, one of the most rarest, expensive cards on this game. Because Plasma Freeze was really hard to get back in the day. It wasn't as easy to obtain. You had to either get them from tournaments. Legacy tournaments definitely, I think, hurt this card's value. I'm pretty sure once Legacy Plasma Freeze came into the game, I'm pretty sure this card did lose a lot of value. But now that Plasma Freeze has been in the shop for a long time, you can just buy a Plasma Freeze pack, and you can probably pull this card if you commit to yourself. It's still a rare card to pull. Obviously, it's a secret card. It's not like you'll get it as easy as an EX card, but it is still a lot easier to get than it used to be, which has hurt the value over time. But it still is probably the king of the most valuable desired cards on this game. It's still pretty expensive. It's not cheap. It's still very expensive, though it's not what it once was. It would probably be in the top 5 if this card was still super expensive, but it has dropped. But this is still the king of the valuable cards. But yeah, at number 8 we have Ultra Ball. Now we move to our number 7 spot. Coming in at our number 7 spot, we now have Tropical Beach, both 2012 and the 2011 versions. Now, the 2011 and 2012 versions are now super expensive. They are worth more than Secret Ultra Ball, and they are also very hard to get. Obviously, these are also very limited cards. You cannot get them from opening a pack. You could only get them for attending the World Championships of 2011 and 2012, which was 6 to 7 years ago, which was time ago. A lot of the players who probably own these cards on this game have probably retired because it's been that long. So this is a very rare and expensive card. It's so rare that I honestly can see this card getting banned and expanded because it's just too hard to get. And some decks that rely on this card to operate like Stall or even a Stage 2 heavy deck, they'll probably just ban this card because it's too hard to get. It's too expensive. But yes, this card is worth well over 100 packs. It's probably around the 120, maybe 130 range. I might be pushing it, but I'm pretty sure it's in that area. But yeah, both the 2011 and 2012 versions are super valuable and super expensive. And these will probably continue to go up over the time, as those two World Championships get farther and farther away. These cards will just keep going up, probably to the point where they will be like the original Secret Ultra Ball at 200 packs. But again, these could always get banned, which will completely shatter their value. But they're still good collector's items, so probably not. But I think they might get banned. But you get my point. These are very rare cards. Again, a lot of the players who probably owned these cards back in the day for attending the World Championships may not even play the game anymore. They may just have accounts sitting with like 5 of these, and they just don't play the game anymore, which means those you can never obtain those. And yeah, these are very rare cards. Limited players have them. They're very good cards too. Like, these aren't just like really bad, terrible cards. These are very good cards. The Tropical Beach cards are super good. They're some of the best cards in the game, and you can't get them anymore. They're very hard to get, so it's like, people want them. The demand is very high, but the supply is not as high, because again, they're very limited. But yeah, that's our number 7 spot. It goes to both versions of Tropical Beach. The 2011 version is, I think, the most valuable, because it's obviously the older of the two, and it's the best artwork. But yeah, we're going to move on to our number 6 spot. And guys, coming in at our number 6 spot, we have the World Championship gameplay set. And this includes the cards you get, which are the Champions Festivals, and also the sleeves, deck boxes, and coin. And they are all very expensive. You know, the 2018 ones are pretty pricey. Obviously, the 2017 ones are also very expensive. And then also the other ones, the 2014 one, you know, the 2015 one, and the 2016 one are all very, very, very expensive. And they're hard to get. And again, these are also one of the limited stuff you can obtain, since you had to be going to the World Championships to get these. Which, you know, World's definitely, you know, it's more popular. You know, the game's more popular now. More people are playing the game. But these things are not very cheap. The whole set themselves are very expensive. I don't know what the most expensive one of them all is. Like, the 2014 one is pretty rare. It's the second most rarest on them all, because it's the oldest. You know, the 2015 one is pretty exclusive. The 2016 ones. Now, the one thing about these is a lot of people get confused as to which art is the real one. Obviously, the black border 2014 one is the real one. The red border one is not the one that is super valuable. It's not worth that much. Same thing with the 2015 set. Same thing with the 2016 set. The gray border one is the most valuable of them all. The 2017 set, the blue border is, and obviously, well, there's no alternate Nashville one, which I really wish there was. But other than that, these world sets are very expensive, and as time goes on, whoop, they'll just keep going up because not as many people will have them. I mean, they're going to keep making world sets every single world championship that happens. Like, next year, we're going to get a 2019 set, and go on. But again, as older as we go, the more rare these things will be. Now, the 2013 one is not as expensive as the other ones. For some reason, like the 2014 one, I got this, I think I got the sleeves alone for like 70, 80 packs. Like a year or two ago. The 2015 ones are also worth like around 80 to 70. The 2016 ones, again, they're worth 80 to 70. They're all pretty expensive. The whole set themselves, though, if you want to get the deck box, the sleeves, the coin, the promo cards, that's going to cost you well over 100 packs. They're just super valuable, and they're super rare to get. So, I mean, as they're not as expensive as they will be at some point now. You might as well collect them. But yeah, the world sleeves, the world sets, they are definitely the 6 most expensive and rare items to obtain on this game. And yeah, let's get on to our number 5 spot. Here we go. And coming in at our number 5 spot, we have gem sets. And there's a lot of gem sets to look at. Now, these are literally unobtainable now, once again, because they have not released gameplay gem items in the shop in a long time. Ever since they did the shop update, where they just added like every old set to the shop, and they got rid of daily, weekly bundles, which I kind of miss. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish they'd bring that back. But these are all now very expensive. I mean, back in the day when these things were coming out, they weren't as valuable because they're like, all right, well, they're just gonna keep coming in rotation, and there's no point in buying them. They're not gonna keep their value. They're just gonna keep coming back in rotation. But now, since they never come back, these things are not very cheap to find if you have tradable copies of these. Kind of wish I did that, though. Back then, I would never have predicted that they would have gotten rid of the shop rotation. But I should have bought these, because now all of these gameplay sets, I'm talking, there's a lot of them. There's the Gengar Halloween sleeves, there's the Halloween card sleeves, Gengar, there's the Noivern, the Sableye, there is a lot of them. There's the Milotic set. I mean, there is a lot of, like, gem stuff to go over. I don't even know if, like, there's too many of them to go over, but they are all very valuable. Stuff like the Druddigon set, all very valuable because they're rare. They haven't come back to the shop because they don't come in rotation anymore, and they are super expensive. I'm almost pretty sure one of the Gengar ones is the most expensive of them all. You know, there's stuff like the Milotic set, as stated before. There's the Pyroar sleeves. There's so many of them. I'm just trying to find... Yeah, there's these ones, the Gorgeist card sleeves. These are, you know, they're very expensive because we just haven't seen them in the shop because they got rid of it. And if you are Canadian, and I could have purchased these, though I never did, I kind of regret that, but again, I could never predicted they would have removed them. But yeah, all of these like gem stuff you could have bought from the shop are very valuable and rare because they're not coming back to the shop anymore. So yeah, they're expensive. Now, speaking of gem stuff, I guess an honorable mention, stuff that's not on the list, I should just say this right now, are the Xerneas Eviltal set here. These things used to be gem purchasable. I'm talking the Xerneas Eviltal ones, but these aren't in the shop anymore. They were, you could buy these with gems. They're not as expensive as a lot of the stuff on the list, and I didn't want to put them on the list because I feel like there's just more expensive gem items to be gotten right now on the game, except for these. These aren't as bad. They're still worth like around 40 to 50 packs probably, but for the most part, they're not as expensive as they, once were. But again, they're never coming back to the shop because I don't think they're going to bring back the rotation unless they do, which I kind of want them to do, and just make newer gameplay items, because it was cool to get new sleeves, but they don't do that anymore. But again, all these like Halloween gameplay items, they're all very expensive, and they can only be bought with gems. So yeah, they're rare, they're hard to get, they're never probably going to get back to the shop, so yeah, there you go. That's our number 5 spot. Moving on to our number 4 spot. And coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Charizard Avatar, whole entire thing. Every single item in the Charizard Avatar is very, very rare. And they are well over 200 packs for the entire collection. The hat, the wings, the body, the tail, even the shirt that you can't see, and the feet, and all that. It's worth well over 200 packs at this point. Very expensive. You can still obtain the Charizard Avatar sets in the shop right now if you are Canadian and you can get gems. You can buy these packs for 25 gems each. They're still obtainable, but again, it's only limited to Canada, and not many people buy them for some reason. But yes, the whole set itself is worth over 200 packs. It's the most expensive Avatar stuff on the entire game. And yeah, the whole entire gameplay set. If I were to trade off every Charizard item here that I own, which I do have the entire set, I would be able to get probably like 230 packs. I'd probably inflate it, so I'd probably make it like around 260 to be honest with you, just because I want to. But yeah, these things, very expensive, and once Charizard Avatar items get taken out of the shop, oh my gosh, this Avatar set, I can see it going for like 400 packs. Though I don't know if they're ever going to remove the Charizard Avatar items. They've been in the shop forever. But again, if you do want to get these, I'd maybe go for them now while these Charizard boxes are still in store. I'm pretty sure they're worth around 3 packs per box, so you're not guaranteed to get these rare items out of them. But again, every single collection here, the hat, the wings, the bodysuit, everything, all of that is worth over 200 packs. Each one separately is worth around 50. So they're definitely worth over 200 packs. Very expensive set, and definitely one of the most expensive rare items on PTCGO is the full gameplay Charizard Avatar outfit. Moving on to our number 3 spot, guys. Here's where things get interesting. And guys, coming in at our number 3 spot, we have the Groudon and Kyogre promo cards. They're not the highest ranking promo cards in this list, but these things are super expensive. And they were once worth, I think back in the day, when we only had this bundle that came into the shop, I think once. You can get it with gems. I'm pretty sure both the Kyogre and the Groudon promo cards back in the day were over 250 packs. And they're definitely more expensive now because, once again, we're never going to see these return to the shop because they removed the bundle rotations from the store, so we're never going to see these ever come back to the shop, ever. And yeah, and if they were once 250 packs back when we did have rotation bundles, you can kind of see, yeah, you get what I mean. These things are probably well over like 500 packs now. Both the promo Kyogre and Groudon are very valuable. They're probably worth over 500 packs now. They're not playable cards. They're actually pretty bad cards, to be honest with you. But it's the fact that they're just so rare. If you have this Groudon promo and you just flip it over, you can just flip this over for clout, because it's like, if you own this card, you're like, the enemy will know that you are probably very rich on this game, or you just were able to get your hand on this back when it was not as expensive. But yeah, both these things, they're probably well worth over 600, 500 packs now. Very expensive. These promo cards are not a cheap thing to obtain. Definitely valuable. And there's a lot of other promo gem cards on this list. Or, well, that could be on the list. There's stuff like Helioptile. Another very expensive card is this Helioptile promo. But again, it came back to the shop. So they have dropped in value. But the ones that have obtained their value over time has been Groudon and Kyogre promo. Very expensive cards. They're not good, but they're just super hard to get, and they're very, very expensive. Well worth over 500, 600 packs now. So yeah, they come in at our number 3 spot. Moving on to our number 2 spot, guys. Here we go. Oh boy, guys, here we go. Number 2, we have the Vivid stuff. Now, if you were to get every single Vivid sleeve deck box that you could get, the Mewtwo, Deoxys, Thundurus, whole set would cost you like 4,000, 6,000 packs worth of stuff to get every single one of these. However, there's a thing. Each one is they're all cheaper than the other. Okay, Deoxys I think is the cheapest, probably around 600, 800 packs. The Mewtwo one is probably valued at 1,000 now. The Thundurus one might be around 2K. The Victini ones, however, the Victinis, these things are like probably over 3,000 packs, or at least around there. They're very expensive, and you're probably like, well, how the heck is a Victini sleeve and deck box not number 1? How does that make sense? These things are what, around 3K packs? How are they not number 1? Well, we'll get to that. Now, these were once gem items, and you could get these via gems in the store. Back in like 2013, early 2014, I think is when they left, when they got replaced by those Xerneas Evilpo ones I showed you earlier in the video. So they were basically like these. So if I went back in time to 2013 and went to the shop, this is what it would look like. Instead of these guys, you would see these Vivid sets. You could buy these Victini ones, not with coins, but with gems. However, back in the day, 2013, early 2014, the game was not as popular. There wasn't as many people buying gems back in the day. I'm pretty sure gems actually cost a lot more back in the day too. So no one really bought these, right? They weren't as valuable. No one really cared for them. And no one would have predicted they left the shop. And that's what makes things rare. You just don't know what's going to leave the shop and what's going to stay in the shop. But it turns out these Vivid stuff, the Vivids, are like just now skyrocket expensive. There's been so much talk of them returning to the store. Doing a lot of research this video, going back to old Reddit posts, old Pokemon TCG online forum posts, people really want these back. And I have seen mods, I've seen people like devs, I've seen the mods and devs talk about the possibility of these things returning to the store, and they just never have returned. We have never seen them since probably 2014 is when they left, I think. But yeah, just it hurts me inside knowing that I could have bought these, because I did play the game back in 2013 and early 2014. I could have obtained these, I just never did. You can imagine how rich you would be if you got these. But yeah, these are not number 1, surprisingly enough. There is a more expensive thing on the game. Well, not by much, but it is still like literally like on the level of next to near impossible to obtain. Because you could get them, but they're now less than near impossible to get. But yeah, the Victini Vivid set, the whole Vivid set themselves are, if you want to get every single one, it's going to cost you over 5,000, 6,000 packs. But if you're going to buy them separately, the Victini ones are the most expensive. And who knows, they might return to the store one day, and that's kind of why they're not really number 1 also, is the possibility that these could come back to the game. It's kind of high. There's a huge debate, there's a lot of controversy behind these cards being so expensive, how it could hurt the economy, and there's talk about them returning. Again, I have seen devs and moderators discuss the idea of these coming back. The idea has been out there, they just never have come back. But again, it's in the devs' minds. The devs know about these cards, they know about this, they know how expensive these are. Believe me. But yeah, we're going to get to our number 1 spot now. Number 1 will shock you. And holy cow, guys, let's get to our number 1 spot. And it is going to be the fossil promos of Tyrantrum, Aurorus, and also I'm pretty sure Tyrant. But yes, these are the most expensive items on this game. Now, they are obtainable. There are people that do own these. But they're just very far and few. Now, just to compare how expensive these are, alright? So, 2,000, 3,000 packs, you know, around there. Well, 2,000-ish packs is around kind of value of like the Victini Vivid set, right? Very expensive, hard to obtain. Well, there was a post in the Pokemon TCG Online forums, not even from like 2 weeks ago, okay? This man was offering up to 40 tropical beaches for the entire gameplay set, including Aurorus, Tyrant, Tyrantrum, and Armura. 40 tropical beaches. Okay, quick maths. Okay, so we're gonna value tropical beach around 120, because that's like the most estimated value. So 120 times 40 is 400 and Holy cow, 4,800. 4,800. That's how much value these things have. And that's not even, like, confirmed to be their obtainable value. If some guy's offering 40 tropical beaches, which is insane. I don't even know how you get 40 tropical beaches. 20 of each set, he even said. This guy is essentially giving out around 5,000 packs of value to get these cards. That is worth more than the Victini Vivid set. The Victini Vivid set, again, is probably around maybe 3k to around 2,500, around 2k, in that range. The Aurorus, the Tyrantrum, these promos, okay, and yeah, again, there just to show there is Tyrant. The whole, just to get all four of these, to get Tyrant, I don't even know if there is even the fossil that goes with it, but the Tyrant, the Mura, the Aurorus, and the Tyrantrum is just off of 40 trouble beaches. Okay, that around is like around 5,000 packs. So if you have 5,000 Guardians Rising packs to give away, you could get the Tyrantrum, the Tyrant, the Amura, and the Tyrantrum and Aurorus. You could get those. You can get these gem promos, but they're worth like 5,000 packs. That is mind blowing. Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I figured out that, okay, the whole set itself is worth more than the most expensive Vivid set. That's insane. But yeah, these are just super hard to get. They were only in the shop, I think, once or twice, maybe even once. Maybe they weren't even in the shop. But again, they were only purchasable, I'm pretty sure, with gems. And they only came out like once, and not many people bought it. Those who did now have over 5,000 packs on their account worth of cards. That's insane. Just 4 cards is now worth 5,000 packs. And yeah, I'm shocked to know that this is that expensive. These things might honestly be worth more than every single Vivid set combined. That's insane. Just the fact that these things are like around, the fact that the whole set is worth like 4,000. Just the lowest value you probably offer is 4,000. The fact that they're worth, like, what? That's insane. But yeah, that is the top 10 most expensive and rare items on PTCGO. I hope this video educated you guys, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you guys have any of the things I just mentioned in this video, if you have any of the things, if you have anything, if you have any of the Johto sets, you have the World sets, you have the Vivid sets, you have those Kyogre Groudon promos, and you have those, gem tradable Halloween promos. If they're locked in your account, it doesn't count, because those you could buy at any time, just on your account with coins, not gems. If you have any of those cards, consider yourself lucky and consider yourself rich. And there's a lot of stuff that can go up over time. Again, the World sets are most likely just going to keep going up in value. The Venusaur stuff, they're all going to go up in time. They're never going to release these ever again. So the Venusaur, the Charizard, the Blastoise, they're all going to go up over time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, I hope this educated you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and liked what I had to say. Crazy stuff, I know. It is crazy to see what is expensive and what isn't. It's really mind-blowing. And again, a lot of the stuff, I found this on Reddit. If you want to do your own research and look into this, just go on the Pokemon TCG online forums, go on the PTCGO subreddit, just type in Tyrantrum, or just type in Gem, or just type in Totodile or Vivid, and you can research this stuff and learn about it all by yourself too. It's really fascinating. It's really cool just to see how expensive some of the stuff on this game is. It's like, it's mind-blowing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe down the road to 4,000 subscribers. I'll catch you guys in another PTCGO video. Have a good day, and goodbye.